Hi there, this is Sean Broderick for UncommonWisdomDaily.com. Gold soared to a new high last week, and no wonder. As I wrote in Friday's column, exchange-traded funds that hold physical gold are buying the metal hand over fist. And you know who else is buying? Central banks. The World Gold Council released its latest report on official gold holdings on Friday. It was one big seller, the International Monetary Fund. Why did the IMF sell 38.5 metric tons of gold? Well, how else are they going to pay to bail out Greece and Portugal and the other floundering European countries that the IMF has pledged to help? The IMF must sell gold. Those who don't have to sell aren't selling. As for who's buying, well, the top three central banks are an interesting list. First, we have Russia. It appears to be the largest buyer of gold among central banks so far this year. In the first quarter, Russia's central bank increased its gold reserves by 26.6 metric tons. That's in addition to the 117.63 metric tons that Russia added in 2009. The Philippines, of all countries, was the second largest buyer of gold in the first quarter, with a purchase of 9.6 metric tons. Kazakhstan is the third largest buyer so far in 2010. The former Soviet-controlled country bought 3.1 metric tons of the precious metal in the first quarter. The big surprise was Saudi Arabia's holdings. Its official holdings increased from 143 to 323 tons. However, the Saudi Arabian Monetary Authority says it's not buying the gold on the market. Instead, it says gold data has been modified from the first quarter 2008 as a result of the adjustment of the SAMA's gold accounts. I'd like to know how you modify accounts to end up with an extra 180 metric tons of gold. I'd like to do that to my own accounts. As for China, well, we never know what they're up to, though I suspect they're buying a lot of gold. Yin Zhongqin, vice chairman of the Finance Committee of the National People's Congress in China, told a conference that his country needs to increase its holdings of precious metals and oil. I think we can take that as a hint that China wants to continue diversifying its $2.8 trillion in foreign reserves. I do expect gold prices will trend higher. There are fresh economic worries in both the Europe and U.S., and the European Union is bailing out its banks on the sly. This probably won't end well, and will put more pressure on the euro. Meanwhile, Russia's president says he isn't ruling out a collapse of the euro. Now you can see why the Russians are buying so much gold. So we've got a surge in gold buying by the central banks, added to the exchange-traded funds hoovering up gold at a furious pace. These are just two of 8 forces driving gold higher, forces that I talk about in my recent gold report, The New Gold Rush. And the 10 recommendations in that report are already blasting off. If you acted on those recommendations, do a little happy prospector dance. The sum is, I think you should own physical gold. Now you can wait for gold to pull back before buying it, but don't wait too long. This is Sean Broderick for Uncommon Wisdom Daily. Thanks for watching.